Heidi ho neighbors, Rado Goji here, and welcome back to Link's Awakening Randomizer. Greg is not here, because, well... Yeah, let me, I guess, explain. Since the last time we played, we've done, like, a whole other Let's Play, like, the week afterwards. The week after we did the last stuff, I was at my parents' house, and then we started Transformers. And then we just kind of did Transformers and gained ground from there. And we have since started Ocarina of Time. Yeah, Greg seems pretty disinterested in, at the very least, completing the Link's Awakening one. And, yeah, when we were going over the next game we wanted to play when we were finished with Transformers, I had a few options, and one of them was actually finishing this, and he seemed pretty disinterested in that. So I'm just going to be doing this on my own from here on out. I'm just going to complete this one seed, and then I'm going to be done with with Link's Awakening randomizers for the foreseeable future. I may do another one in the future, but who knows. Anyway, when we last left off, we got soft-locked, and I basically went and, I'm actually going to save the state here, just so if something else goes wrong, I don't have to go way back to the point I started again from, because the last time we had saved a state was when we went through the Flamethrower Cave. And that was like a video and a half worth of progress that I had to re-watch and basically do all of the major stuff. But I've recharted my my tracker here. I even went ahead and filled in some things that were missing. Like my counts on Secret Seashells and my frickin' sword weren't up to date. Also, you're gonna hear some things in the background here and there because... in Virginia, it decided to be like 90 degrees, so I have my window partially open, so you may hear things from outside. And I also have a box fan out in the hallway here, which you can more than likely hear rattling about, so apologies for those. So, oddly enough, I also realized that the dungeons that we've completed are once again showing us black instead of yellow for some reason. But that's of little consequence. So what I'm going to do... Oh, right, I forgot this was... event was in effect. So I'm going to see if I can basically chart off... I need to go and basically put myself in kind of a priority mode here to see what I can do. Because I'm going to basically start off by going to places on the overworld I know that I can go and I know that I can do things there. And then start going into dungeons. Because I don't really see too many caves left. I mean, I'm completely, like, isolated from, like, this side of the river here. Like, I haven't even gone up into the northeastern part of the mountains that much. So, like, I haven't been to the Face Shrine, I haven't been to the Animal Village, I haven't been to the desert. Nor do I think on most of these seeds I ever go to the desert, but that is, you know, of little consequence here. So... I think the first place I can get to... Because have I even gotten the Yoshi doll yet? I don't think I've even found the trendy game yet as far as the trading sequence is concerned. But if it comes down to it, and I can't finish the trading sequence, because knowing my luck, they'll hide a piece behind the frickin' Yarna Desert again, I'll just go ahead and look up the possible solutions for the Windfish's Egg. Let me turn this down real quick. The possible Windfish Egg solutions so that I can just kind of get to the end. But I'm going to head this way toward that sword icon. Also, another thing that I changed on the way that the tracker was laid out, I actually had the Rock's Feather and Pegasus Boot icons here to show that I need to do a dash jump over here. I took those out because I do have both of those things, but then I remembered I still need the hookshot in order to actually get into the cave there, so... I'm not going to worry too much about that. So I think in here is the Face Shrine, or the South Face Shrine. I know that defeating this guy will get me a key, well, I mean, like a copy of the face key here. But there is also a treasure chest behind him. And since I have the sword now, I can actually defeat him using spin attacks. If he doesn't kill me first, because I only have 5 freaking hearts. And he does get pretty quickly as you destroy his armor and turn him red and such. So yeah, here's the thing you already have. And that doesn't update on our end or anything. So, yeah. Let's see. Open up this chest, and we got... Oh, that's the bird key. So we can get to the Eagle's Tower entrance if we ever get up there. I'm just going to mark this as done. And head on to the... What is the next thing I can do here? If we go to where B is. Because that's on the way to a Mad Batter we can't necessarily use right now, considering that we don't have a bow. I'm keeping that Mad Batter open until we get a bow, because... if we don't have the bow, we can't get... At least, I'm assuming we can't get the arrow upgrade. And those seashells, those need actually the shovel. Because we don't have the shovel, we don't have the hook shot, we don't have the flippers. I mean, the flippers and the hook shot are like the main things that we really, really need. The shovel wouldn't hurt either to get the slime key. If we even have access to Pothole Field. I don't think we do yet. So let's go up to B here. Keep looking back at my my poster on one of my back walls here, because it fell down earlier today because I'm a Philistine and I use poster tack. And because the upstairs is in my house is a converted attic, it isn't properly insulated. So I think the heat is actually affecting the poster tack, and it looks like it's already drooping a bit again. And I don't feel like messing with that. And these are like walls that really wouldn't do to have push pins put in them. I don't think they'll like take push pins. So yeah. So that's a little tidbit of stuff. Seeing as Greg isn't here, we're not gonna be talking as much about the bullshit of the game industry and whatnot. We're just gonna be soldiering on here, and I can get this piece of heart here. So I have a power bracelet now. So I can actually... I think that's actually what it was looking for, was getting that piece of heart. That's why I had this with a power bracelet icon. Well, can't say I didn't get what I came for, I suppose. But at the very least, that is one thing out of the way there. So I will see if I can search through this tracker here and find another place that I can go. Did I label 2 different things as D? Alright, so something I need to scope out here, because I apparently labeled 2 different passageways as D. I had noticed, looking before, that there seemed to be more than one thing marked as D. But at the same time, I figured, well, it's probably no big deal, because it was probably one of those things that had like 3 entrances, but no, I highlight D on the tracker, and it highlights 4 different entrances. So they're actually 2 different single passageways that I foolishly labeled both as the same thing. I think the nearest one is in the graveyard here, so I'm just going to go there. And I can actually use the Pegasus boots to travel. And also have out the 50 million different things that I have. I think I can go to the Dream Shrine as well. And I like what happened here, where I'm like, yeah, I can totally use the Pegasus boots to get wherever I need to go, and then like I don't ever use them because I'm not in an area where I can really use them that effectively. That's great. Alright, so I want to head to the graveyard. And see if I can't keep falling in holes, because there's lag on, you know, input lag when you're dealing with emulators, which is generally why I don't like using emulators. Emulators are kind of garbage in my eyes. Okay, so where does this go? This goes to Richard's house. So I'm going to relabel, oops, these two as whatever the furthest alphabet number letter is. So I got G. So this is going to be H now. Just for my own reference. So that'll get rid of any confusion that I had before. Another thing that I was going to check, I'm fairly sure that I opened the castle gate. But again, I didn't watch like every single video when I was redoing all that progress. It was just from the point where we went through the flamethrower cave, which I think is Cave G. So, you know, it doesn't hurt to recheck. Go back and see any mistakes you missed. Because that's one of the things, I guess one of the disadvantages to using a tracker is if you don't keep up with it, then you can... Yeah, see, I opened that. So that's accessible. Whoop. Click back on the game. And since I have the Pegasus boots, I can go to the Dream Shrine, because I didn't mark the Dream Shrine as done. So, watch me be silly, and have totally gotten the other, well, any of... Well, see, I've gone to the Dream Shrine before. So, I had to have had the Pegasus boots and the... Alright. How did I... I'm not going to question it. I'm just going to go get the thing. The things. Although now that I think about it, did I get the things before and then... I think I might have had trouble coming back out. Because I think that the run-up isn't long enough. Or something to that effect. There's a secret seashell and the ocarina. I think the run-up might not be long enough to get a good head start. No, it's fine. Okay. Well, I got the ocarina and another secret seashell, so I can go and collect songs. That's cool. Let's do that real quick before I forget to. Or I think I might have just, like, labeled that as the Dream Shrine. I'm like, I'll do this later. Because that's another thing that I tend to do, is I'm like, I'll do this later, and then I forget to do it later. So, I'm just going to keep focusing with my one-track mind here, and get this done now before I forget. And I have access to all three songs right now. Well, not Mambo's Mambo. I actually need the flippers to get Mambo's Mambo, but I can at the very least get... I can at least get at... the Ballad of the Windfish and the Frog Song of Soul. And with the Frog Song of Soul, I can get the Flying Rooster. I don't know how I can use... I don't know how I can use the Flying Rooster to my advantage right now. Because he's pretty much going to be stuck with me until I'm done with level 7. So I got the Ballad of the Windfish now. And before I forget, let's go get the Frog Song of Soul. That's up in Tall Tall Heights. And the... I'm just trying to, you know, wrap my head around where things are. No, it's not in Tall Tall Heights. It's in Crazy Tracy's house. That's really easy to get to. So let's do that real quick again before I... Why am I... Now my facts are getting all dumb. I thought I had to jump over pits there, but no, I was getting boulders out of the way with the thing that I already had. Is this the speed up button? Was it backspace was the speed up? Yes, it was. Alright, so I got that as well. Now, again, I'm trying to think of where I can use the Flying Rooster to my advantage. Because I know that it can't necessarily access every single place that the hookshot can go. I mean, I can try it. I can probably also use him to because this area up here was where we actually I could probably use the Flying Rooster up there. That area there is where we soft locked before. But if I have the Flying Rooster, that won't be soft locked anymore. As long as I have the Flying Rooster, I can at the very least access the Seashell Mansion without any fear. I'll go ahead and do a save state here, just in case, but I'm going to see where this goes. Let's see where this rabbit hole takes us. It seems like progress, but... yeah, I could probably get to around... oh, I can get to all sorts of places. Okay. I think pretty much everywhere I can do a hook shot. I mean... I'm probably just, you know, talking out of my ass right now, but I'm fairly sure most of these places I could need to use the hook shot. I could use the Flying Rooster to access, and I have him until I finish level 7, which I need the hook shot to do because I can't use the Flying Rooster inside. Okay, so where is this? Is yeah, I labeled this with a hook shot. So let's see where this goes. I'm gonna save the state just in case. So this goes someplace we've been before. Because I can tell I've already bombed that. Okay, so... this is I now. And we're up here. So not exactly what I wanted to see. I really wanted to see some way I could get a, you know, a frickin' treasure chest, but whatever. Alright, I'm going to head back to outside the castle area, because I can fly over this now. I think definitely think the Flying Rooster is going to be like a key to making progress in this run, which is not normally something that happens. Normally I really don't need to use the Flying Rooster for anything, but if I can just navigate onto stuff here, I may be able to get what's in here. So all I need to do is jump across here, bomb that wall, then throw that bomb across, if I even need to do that. I'm fairly sure either way the bombable rock is going to be in the way. No, I can just fly across that. Fuck it. I'm just gonna fly across that. There's no reason for me to use the bombs. I mean, I just wasted one, but, you know, whatever. It's whatever right now. Probably the most interesting way to progress in any of these seeds that I've done. That's just money. Okay, so that's... cross that off there. If I go into the castle, there is that hookshot spot on the back of the castle right here. So we can always see what's there as well. When I get back to town, I can get that piece of heart as well, probably. Let's just open it up this way now. I know this only just leads to the wrong way around to get to the to where the where Angler's Tunnel is, but still. Come on. Come on. Up the... This is the hard part, is getting the rooster to go up the stairs. And for whatever reason, the bomb explosions can still hurt you, even if you're in the air. Even though you can't hit that fucker who's lobbing the bombs at you half the time. Alright, I was going all the way back around. I'll meet you back around at the front of the castle. Okay, so we're back at the castle now. I actually looked at my my map, and a place where we were just passing by just happened to lead out this door. So it took me not as long as I expected to get here, which is good, because then more progress can be made in less time, possibly. All right, so it said at least I put down I needed a hook shot to get through here. And I do. I think this is going to lead to flippers, though. Needing flippers. Because this looks very familiar to me. I'm actually not going to fly over this, too. I'm underestimating the Flying Rooster's abilities, and now I'm here. I'm going to save the state. I'm going to hold on to the Flying Rooster for as long as I can, I think. This is going to be J, and then J leads. There's two entrances here. We're here. So I'm going to mark... what's something I'm not using anymore? Something that's not going to confuse me later. No, let's just mark with the triangle so that I can mark the right-hand exit as J. Hopefully that won't confuse me later. And then we've got our lovely four-way intersection here. This leads to a place I can very easily... Where'd the rooster go? Oh, whatever. He'll be on the other side when I come out. Get some hearts from the Goombas. This leads us right outside the face shrine. So this is going to go on the top. Ultimately, this is going to go on the top left corner anyway. And I can actually open this up because we have the face key. We can see what's in here. So this hides level 2, which we can clear. We have everything we need to clear level 2. So let's do level 2 real quick. Hopefully we can get some nice things inside. Thanks, Flying Rooster. So this is the compass. I'm not even going to bother fiddling around with the tracker as far as Dungeon 2 is concerned, because it's not like we really have to keep track of it, because we can get every single thing in here. Just grabbing the key. Go to grab the other key. Because all you need to finish this level are the Rock's Feather and the Power Bracelet, and I believe the Magic Powder, but I think a lot of the Magic Powder stuff may have been more or less taken out. This little fucker. I don't like the cut of his jib one bit. There we go. Just manipulating him around the pots there. That's money. Yeah, see here, normally you need the magic powder in both of these to open up the right-hand door, but they open it up for the randomizer, so... There's that done. Kill the bats in here to open this. So I'm just, like, listing off all the things to do here. There's a hard hat beetle in here. Get him off to the side so I can jump across that. Sounded like it was a key. Nightmare key. I may do a fun % run of this for YouTube in the future. I've done a fun % run. Basically a fun % run. I don't know if I mentioned this before. I might have done, but in case that I haven't, because this is where my brain is going, a fun % run basically takes all the item sprites, then it finds an item, then basically picks one of the item sprites at random, and gives every single item that sprite. So I think I had a fun percent run where everything looked like, I think it was the Rock's Feather. Or was it Pegasus Boots? It was one of the two. And I had to have like a system on my home menu because I mean, luckily the like the color of the sprites didn't change, and like so they use the same color palettes, and also like any numbers by them, like level 2 or this 40 or the 3 here, those would all still be there. But I like had to set things up so that like everything had a spot on the menu, so I wasn't oh, I don't know why I didn't mark that as the mirror shield. I know it's not that important, but we've done everything the mirror shield is needed for, but still, just for my own sanity. You know, just so I knew what everything was, without needing to really look too much. I would have like spaces for every single thing on the menu. And also, oddly enough, like on the menu on the left, like on the left hand side where all these selectable items are, they were still all the same sprite, but all of the ones on the right hand side were basically the normal sprites. Like, you know, the keys still look like keys and whatnot. But when you pick them up on the map, they still use the fun percent item sprite. So, like, I had to go into the menu every so often to see, oh, I got the map here. I also had to judge by the music that came up, because I knew that I got an important item when it was like when it did the super triumphant fanfare. Another Hinox. I hate these guys. Why didn't that work? I don't think I've ever had this much problem with the Hinox in recent memory. I had to use my life potion on him. That's great. At least I know that I'm somewhat okay when it comes to the bottle genie, because I have more hearts than I would normally have before facing off against the bottle genie. Is something important in here? Please say yes. No, it's just money. Here. Is something important in here? Please say yes. No, I got beaked. Oh, this isn't a key either, but it could be the map. Yep, it's the map. Alright. Moving on. How many chests do we have left? Only 2? I'm fairly sure I have this set up so that there is a unique item in every dungeon. But I also have it set up so that unique items can be found outside dungeons as well. This is a key, I know that, because of the little tone that it played. Unless it counts, like... No. Well, no, it doesn't count the dungeon keys, like the dungeon entrance keys, as, you know, keys on the compass. Well, we'll know when we get this last chest here whether or not it's still holding true to every dungeon has a unique item in it. Because this is the last chest in the entire damn... Oh, whoops. I have to clear them out in the right order, because, crap. Well, I fucked that up. Maybe this resets it? Yes, okay. So it needs to go Paul's voice. Well, actually, I can just kill the Paul's voice like this. I don't need to mess around with the frickin' blocks or anything. Just kill that, kill the Keese, then kill the Stalfos. Bomb. Okay, well... Unless that's like the first bomb that you ever get in the game, the adhering to at least one unique item in every single dungeon is horseshit. Unless they count money as unique items like that. which I'm fairly sure they don't. I'm fairly sure that's, like the, your power bracelet and your Rock's Feather and all that jazz. But whatever. At the very least, we are going to be getting, most importantly, another heart container here, but also the instrument. So progress overall. So I'll just, and I have power up going on as well, so that'll help. Come on. Yeah, okay. Can't think of anything else to say right now. It's getting really hot in here now. Sometimes when my mom is over, she'll be like, you should open a window and get some airflow in here. And it's like, well, it's not helping right now. I usually have, like, my windows and stuff shut, because, especially if I'm recording like this, because my geek room does not have a door. And that's why sometimes, like, I'll cut away on some LPs, like if my roommate's dog decides that she wants to come up and bug me, because we all love my roommate's dog. My roommate's dog, she's the sweetest dog in the world. She really is. Friendliest dog, loves everyone. But she has no control over her tail wagging. Like, unless she's, like, sleeping or laying down, if there is another person anywhere within, like, 20 feet of her and she knows that they're there, her tail automatically defaults to swinging around like a baseball bat. And my hallway here is very, very tiny. Like, I have a gate up so she can't come in the geek room, because she will wag the tail around, and she will knock everything off shelves and all that jazz, and that's not great. But basically what I'm getting at is, because of how she'll sit at the door, she will wag her tail into the wall. And it is very, very, very audible. So that's why I always try to get her to, go back downstairs if she ever comes up, because, if I'm recording, because otherwise that'll happen.